Good morning, students. In today's class, we will discuss about the fault analysis where the faults occurs through an impedance. So whether it is a line to ground fault or LL fault or double line to ground fault, the direct short circuit will not occur. So the two faulted points will be connected through a fault impedance. Okay, so the fault path includes an impedance between the faulted points. So the first type of fault is line to ground fault on an unloaded generator through a fault impedance. So we will analyze a single line to ground fault on an unloaded generator through a fault impedance. So the circuit diagram is as shown in the diagram. So we are considering a three-phase generator whose start point is connected through a neutral impedance Zn. IA, IB, IC are the three line currents or the phase currents. So we assume that a single line to ground fault occurs at phase A. So the terminal of phase A is connected to the ground through a fault impedance ZF. Okay, so it is not a direct short circuit of phase A with respect to ground. So it connects to the ground through a fault impedance ZF. Okay. So now the fault current IF, which flows through the fault path, is what is the fault path? Terminal A to the ground. Okay. So the fault current IF is equal to IA. So now, before starting the analysis, we have to define the initial terminal conditions. Okay. So it is an unloaded generator. So the lines B and C, terminals B and C are left open. So we write IB is equal to 0, IC is equal to 0. IB is equal to 0, IC is equal to 0. And the voltage at point A, at terminal A, VA is equal to IA into ZF. So the voltage VA is IA into ZF. So we have defined the terminal conditions like this. IB is equal to 0, IC is equal to 0, VA is equal to IA into ZF. So now to draw the sequence network, the combined equivalent sequence network for LG fault, we take the matrix equation of the symmetrical components of currents. So the symmetrical components of currents, IA0, IA1, IA2 are written in terms of their initial current phasors, IA, IB, IC, and we replace the current phasor IB and IC by their initial terminal conditions. So IB is equal to 0, IC is equal to 0. So now multiply to get IA0. IA0 is equal to 1 by 3 into IA. IA1 is also 1 by 3 into IA. IA2 is also 1 by 3 into IA. So we see that IA0 equals, IA1 equals, IA2 is equal to IA divided by 3. Or we can tell IA is equal to 3 into IA1. IA is equal to 3 into IA1. So this is one important conclusion that we have arrived. Similarly, if you write the matrix form of voltage phasors in terms of the symmetrical components, and if we expand for VA, we will get VA is equal to VA0 plus VA1 plus VA2. And what is VA from the initial conditions? IA into ZF. And what is IA? 3 into IA1 we have derived in equation 1. So IA is equal to 3 into IA1. So for substituting VA and IA, we will get VA0 plus VA1 plus VA2 is equal to 3 IA1 ZF. So from equations 1 and 2, we can arrive at the conclusion that how the sequence, combined sequence network will be. So all the three currents, sequence components of all the three sequence components are equal. Okay, that means it is a series connection. And the summation of the sequence voltage is equal 3 IA1 into ZF. Okay, so we can conclude that the combined network consists of positive, negative, and zero sequence networks connected in series through an impedance 3 ZF. Okay, yeah, this is a combined network. So this is positive network, negative sequence network, zero sequence network. Okay, positive, negative, zero sequence all three connected in series through the series fault impedance 3ZF. So now from this combined network, we can write EA. Induced EMF EA is equal to the summation of drops across all the available impedances. So IA1 Z1 plus IA1 Z2 plus IA1 Z0 plus IA1 into 3ZF, because all the currents are same. IA2 IA0 is also equal to IA1. So same current IA1 flows through the series circuit. So we write EA as IA1 into the sum of all the impedances. From that, we get IA1 is equal to EA divided by Z1 plus Z2 plus Z0 plus 3ZF, which is also equal to IA2, which is also equal to IA0. Okay. So after drawing the combined network, we have arrived at the expression for the components, sequence components of current. So to find the sequence component expressions of voltages, we take the equations from the generator sequence networks. VA0 is minus Z0 IA0, and we substitute IA0 as IA1. VA1 write as such. VA2 is minus Z2 into IA2, which is minus Z2 into IA1. Replace IA2 by IA1. Now we have the expression for IA1. Take the equation for VA0 and substitute for IA1 as EA divided by Z1 plus Z2 plus Z0 plus 3ZF. In the same way, VA1 is equal to EA minus IA1 Z1. Substitute for IA1. Take LCM. Simplify, get the expression for VA1. Similarly, VA2 is minus IA2 into Z2. IA2 is nothing but IA1. So you substitute for IA1. Then you will get the expression for VA2. So after getting the expressions for the sequence components of voltages, write down the expression for fault current. So what is fault current? From equation 1, we have seen that IF is IA is equal to 3IA1. Substitute for IA1, you will get the expression for fault current. So in case if the neutral is ungrounded, that is neutral impedance is left open, infinite neutral impedance. Z0 will also be equal to infinite. So when you substitute Z0 is infinity in this equation, you will get fault current is equal to 0. So which implies if the neutral is not grounded, there is no flow of the fault current. IF is equal to 0. So the analysis of a single line to ground fault through fault impedance includes the following steps. What is step 1? Draw the circuit diagram and define the initial terminal conditions at the fault. Okay. Then to conclude how the combined network will be, you arrive at equations for the positive and the sequence components of current and voltage using the matrix relations. So after drawing the combined sequence network, get the expressions for the the sequence components of voltages and currents. Then you get the expressions for fault current, and last step will be the effect of neutral.